Hey y'all, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Okay, let's just get straight into it. Ooh, what is that? I don't know. Anyway, roll the intro.
Hey yo, I am the star in any room that I stand in. I am the standout, you just my stand-in. These bitches copy my home.
Alright, y'all. So, tip that I use for my skincare is I put EOS lotion on my face. They say you're not supposed to put scented lotion on your face, but both, it works for me. Now, you know, they say what work for one person may not work for the next, or whatever they say, however this thing go. So if you don't want to, you don't have to. But me, I'm going to. They're homies. Anyway, so let's get straight into it. Let me go ahead and pull out my mic. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get comfortable. So, today is a little sit down talk video. I know I like to sit down and just run my mouth. So, period. I get to sit down and talk with y'all. And y'all are gonna love it every second of it, period. Alright, so I did do a little notes of some things that I want to get into because these are not really, when I do these videos, and I feel like, I can't remember how many of these videos, I think I only have the one on my channel, but I did do another one, but I just ended up never going back to edit it and finish it. I think because I started getting into a topic and it was just like, let me not. And I just didn't feel like, you know, going back. And that's the problem. But we'll get into that. Anyway. So, number one, it's not even in order, but it's just a list of things I got. So one, dropping a song. Well, not dropping a song, but so I just dropped a song on my birthday, May 4th, yeah. I was 24 now, yeah, I get into it, yeah. Young turn in my prime, looking good, feeling good, whatever Stunner Girl said, yeah, that. I dropped a song on my birthday. Let's talk about my birthday. Flop. Immediately. Chop. You get 0 stars from me. The homies. This birthday was not it. And honestly, let's get into that because I just feel like my past two birthdays, I will say, just have not been, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna say past two, but really this year, it just aggravated me. Last year too, but I don't even know, we just gonna say both of them. Last year, it was just pissing me off because it was just like, I was trying to get things in order and I should have started a bit earlier with trying to get reservations and all that, but it was like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. We can't change the past. And yeah, it was just like I had sent out, you know, invitations like to a dinner and all that. But I ended up just doing like a room the night before my birthday, like with some friends and had like a little game night, like bringing my birthday in the night before, you know, drinks, you know, some pizza, you know, good vibes, good energy. Bringing it in and then want to do a dinner on my birthday. But yo, when I said the restaurants pissed me off, I was just trying to figure out since when is everybody graduating on my birthday? When was that? Because that's new. I've never seen it. It's never been a thing. But apparently everybody was just graduating on my birthday. Since when? It'll go off. So all the restaurants I was calling was like either that they couldn't do it or that it was gonna be an issue, like trying to give me like a limit on people because of graduation. So it's like, if I did make the reservation there, I could only have this many people. So it's like, it was just a lot. Send out my invitations, and when I don't know. Look, I don't know. But when I send out my invitations, I try to do it with enough time to, to get a head count. Then I take the head count to the restaurant. I check back in, before why do you send me notifications? What do you want? What? Anybody be a notification I want to see? Just to piss me off. You're getting on my nerves. You didn't send it 3 times in a row. Like, what? This is just taking forever to load. Anyway, like I was saying, on my birthday, it was just trash, and it was just pissing me off because it was like I was trying to get everything in order. And as y'all know, y'all may or may not know, it don't matter. I'm the type of person where one of my pet peeves is if we have plans, knowing I'm a tourist, I can sit in the house and not do nothing, eat me a snack, and be minding my business and be fine, be great, be fantastic. So when we make plans, I would really love if we can stick to those plans. So the calling out and the bailing on plans is just irritating because you could have simply just shut up. We didn't have to make these plans. So it's like when I done got my day started and I'm getting ready and all of that. Please stop. Thank you. I done got my day ready in my mind and set up on these plans. I don't have to explain it. Just the bailing and canceling on plans is just annoying to me. Now, what I will say is, yes, there are some instances where it's surprises and some things do pop up, some things happen. That's okay. But it just depends on what the excuse is. Let's say, for example, we had plans and you my tire flat. Hey, boo, I can't come. I got a flat tire, something, give me a good excuse. But if it's just something random and something pathetic, or just hey, I overslept, or hey, I don't know, it's just stupid stuff. It's just girl, bye, you know, but it's whatever. I just want people to keep that in mind. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. Please don't piss me off. Please don't get on my nerves. Please, I'm begging, please. Anyway, so yeah, fast forward up to this year, it was once again trash, but I feel like this year really kind of was not my fault. It was just a result of everything else going on. I just had bigger fish to fry, and I just couldn't, we got other things to handle. I ended up not even doing anything for my birthday. I think I went to the movies and that was it. Went to the mall, but they didn't have what I wanted anyway, so it was just kind of we went and left. But went to Cinema Cafe, that was cute. I shout out to my best friend Caitlin and shout out to Haley for, trying to come turn up with the hoe and make sure that I feel good and I'm enjoying my day. Shout out to them. If your name wasn't listed, then that's too bad. Anyway. Oh yes, that's how we got on it. Dropping a song. So as y'all know, every year I drop a song on my birthday. If you don't know, go back and do the math. I drop a song on my birthday every year, May 4th. So with that being said, why when my birthday came, I go look for my song. Mind you, I know it's coming out because you're looking at the team, boo. This is the dream team. So I know it's coming out because I'm the one who submitted it for release. I'm the one who wrote it. I'm the one who recorded it. I did everything. So I know that it's coming out. So I go to search for my song once 12 hit. I feel like I'm always going to be the first person to listen to my song once it hit platforms, no matter how many times I've already listened to it with recording it and just making sure I don't hear anything else that needs to be fixed and tweaked, and it don't matter. I'm always going to be the first person to go and listen to it when it's out on platforms because it hits different when it's out on platforms. So anyway, but yeah, so I go look for, I didn't even see all of that, but whatever. I gotta look for it. I don't see it. So I'm like, okay, sure. So I'm like, okay, maybe because it's still early, keep it some time. So I go back to sleep. because I really wasn't feeling, like I said, I was not feeling the day at all. Like, I didn't have no plans. It was nothing for me to get hyped over. I don't have no plans. I'm not going nowhere, so what am I going to be hyped for? So I really was just planning on staying in the house, you know, in my bed, in my room, not talking to nobody all day. So that's what I was like, I see it won't out. I went back to sleep, wake back at the honeys, wake up, and it's still not out. So at this point, I'm a little bit confused. Who that lady over there in the chair? Have you ever had a Krispy Kreme? Was it crispy? Right. Where's my song? Where's my musical? Anyway, so when I didn't see it, it was just like, you love playing with me, you love playing. So I'm like, do not disturb. Don't send me nothing else. Nothing. I'll keep sending me the same notification 3,000 times. And then when I try to open it up, you're not even showing me nothing. Play with somebody else. Thanks. But, so, I go to like try to figure out what's the issue, because I'm like, oh, it should be out by now. I'm not really quite sure what's going on. Why is it the wrong date up there? What's that name of the girl? And she like, now mind you, like I said, I am submitting it for release. I am recording everything. I am writing everything. I'm doing everything. So I know for a fact that I put the right date. And let me tell you why I once again know for a fact that I put the right date. When I first submitted it for release, I submitted it at the wrong date. It said May 5th. My birthday's on May 4th. I'm not Chris Brown. No. So I went back, I took down the release, and I resubmitted it for May 4th. This time, making sure that I go through everything. So look, because I'm like, now I know I did May 4th the first time, but maybe, you know, I thought I clicked on 4th and I just, you know, my finger a bit fat and she clicked on the 5th. So when I redo it and I still see May 5th, I'm like,
okay.
So maybe it's just saying the 5th, but it's still gonna drop on the 4th, because I feel like that. And in the years prior, like when I was dropping music, I feel like that I seen it say May 5th, and it still dropped on my birthday. So when I seen that it said that, I'm like, now I'm a bit confused, because I know for a fact I just did May 4th, but maybe it's just saying that, and it's still gonna drop at 12. And like I said, I feel like I've seen it happen in the past prior, but knowing that I did May 4th, I never thought too much about it. And it's always dropped on my birthday. So I'm like, I'm seeing it, and it's throwing me off, but at the same time, I'm not pressed about it, because I feel like it's still gonna come out on my birthday. So when it didn't, piss me off, made my day even worse, because it's like the one thing that I was looking forward to. And let me make this clear. Let me go ahead and say this. And that's another reason why I dropped my music on my birthday, is because that is the one thing that I have to look forward to. That is the one thing that I have to look forward to. If nothing else, if my hair's not cut, if I don't have an outfit, if I don't have no shoes, everybody cancel, whatever the case may be, this is what I'm looking forward to, the music. The music that this is what I want to do. I want to do music. I want to be an artist. I want to be an actor. I want to be a celebrity. I want to be famous. I want to be a content creator. I want to be an influencer. I want to be a model. And all of that. So my art is what I'm looking forward to. My art being put on a pedestal, on presentation, on platforms to be seen and heard, and, you know, get its flowers, whatever the case may be. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So when it's like the one thing I'm looking forward to, with everything else going on, it's not out. Now I'm aggravated, and now I'm irritated. Words can't even explain. Next, piss me off. Now we're gonna segue into this. Let's get into the musical. And I feel like I'm always talking about new music. But baby, I just want y'all to know that we're there. We were working on, I'm not gonna tell y'all too much of my business, but gonna see y'all enough to know. We're working on certain things in the background, like to, you know, make sure we can be consistent. And I think that thing has been acquired. And you know, it's gonna be coming consistently. I didn't want to drop anything and then it's like, okay, here's this drop, and the next drop is like way down the pipeline. No, first drop. And I wanted to. So originally, how it was supposed to go, me going off on the sword. Originally, how it was supposed to go was I was gonna drop everything in order of how I made it. So like I'm gonna use the first 3 examples. The first 3 songs, for example. Break Up was a song that just dropped on my birthday. Well, on Chris Brown's birthday. Go stream that on all platforms. Break Up, BREAK space UP space TY space GAINEY. Thank you. Please, thank you. You don't gotta download it. If it's not your seat, that's fine. Thank you. Just stream it for at least 30 seconds though. Thanks. I don't even know if that's enough to get me a stream. Give me some money off of it, but just stream it for 30 seconds. You might like it. I don't know. Moving on. So Break Up was the first song that I wrote back last year. Yeah, Break Up. Then it was Tyler's song. Then it was So What Now. So all of these songs, like those 3 and songs after that, were all supposed to come in order of being written. They were all going to be dropped in order of being written as singles, and maybe some of them as EPs. I didn't get that far into thinking of like what exactly I wanted to do, but I did have a thought. Was like, okay, maybe some of these are going to be singles, some of these are going to be EPs. But that has changed now, so yeah, I know for a fact that I still wanted to drop everything in somewhat of an order, but so what we're doing now is we have got the first song, Break Up. So now we're gonna get Tyler's song and So What Now, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an EP. And some of those songs on the EP are the newer songs that have been created, but they just fit the aesthetic. And when writing them, I had that in mind, him in mind, and the EP in mind. So it fits. So we're gonna get that EP, and it's gonna be broken up into 2 parts. Like I said, it's some of the older songs from last year and some of the fresher, newer stuff. So we're gonna break it up into 2 parts. The first part, I'm gonna give y'all behind the scenes. The first part is gonna be like, you know, for lack of better words, being in love and, you know, wanting it and wanting everything to work and wanting him, you know. And the second part is just kind of like, you know, when the rose-colored glasses gotta come off, and we gotta be real. Just let's pause this little chit chat for a second and let's get real. One thing about me is I'm delusional. Big delulu. Very delusional, but I'm also very self-aware, and I can also hold myself accountable, and I know what's going on, but at the same time, why I gotta ruin the fun? Why can't I be fun and be living my delusion? Something about it, I never need anybody to tell me anything because I already know. I just want to have me some fun and just want to live in my fantasy. Thank you. But it's like, and I feel like also with that, going back to, you know, what we was talking about, is I feel like when you have a crush and when you're dealing with somebody, you never really know. Like, you do, but you don't. It's like, you don't know what's in your head, and because it's like, it's a mind game. It's like, some stuff can be in your head and you feel like it's in your head, and some stuff can very much well be true, but you feel like it's in your head. I don't know how to put it into words. The girls who get it, they get it. If you don't, I'm sorry, you just don't get it. I don't know how to explain it. I'm trying my best. Anyway, so it's like, just some stuff just felt very much so in my head, but at the same time, what if it was true? What if this is real life and I'm thinking it's in my head, but it's not in my head? It's for life, and it's not just real life, it's in my head and all that. Yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, the second part is going to be like, you know, taking the rose colored glasses are now off, and I'm starting to see things for what they really are. I want reciprocation. I don't want to do this, catch chase the mouse. I don't want to do this hee hee ha ha, play games, lead me on type vibe. I don't want that. Give me something real. If I can't get that, I'm gonna go out my day. This chase and this thrill was cute. I've had enough. Thanks. And I feel like I don't really want to. The next drop for sure will be I haven't really named the EP yet, cause for a while I was gonna name it Tyler's EP, but no. You're, okay. So, once again, behind the scenes, it's gonna be at least at the moment, as of May 15th, the first part is gonna be 4 songs. It's gonna be Tyler song, So What Now, Tyler song part 2, in quotations, Rush, and then Letter for You. I think you have 2 songs titled after you. Boo. That's all you get. No shade. You can't get the name of the EP for you too. No. That's being greedy. You don't need any more. So with that, and 2, I feel like I have to carry myself as an artist to some degree, because these artists, like these known famous artists, like let's take Ariana Grande for example. She was just married to a man, and she can drop his name not one time, but she dropped that Eternal Sunshine. And let's be real, the girls are insinuating and the girls are thinking and jumping to conclusions that the album is about him, and she can drop his name not one time. She could've. She should've. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but she didn't. So it's like I gotta carry myself as an artist, and I can't just be, name dropping here and there and everywhere. I feel like it's enough. I've had my time with it. It's starting. We gotta get real and start moving on up. I did it with Just Reality. I didn't do his full name, but I did his initials, and I feel like that was enough. I didn't want to do too much, and I feel like it fit better with his initials than with his full name. Doing it in this EP, and later down the line, I'm gonna be doing it with another person's name, and I feel like that's enough. No more names. You just can't. So yeah, you can't get the name. You can't be the EP title. Sorry. What's going on? Oh, nice. Anyway. But yeah, I'm so excited for this EP, y'all. I'm so excited. I just feel like another reason why I wanted to drop everything in order was that so y'all can hear and see the growth in my music and in my voice and in my writing too. I feel like, everything's progressing slowly but surely. And I want y'all to hear that, but it's like, whatever feels best at the moment, and overall it's just what we have to do. And I feel like I don't want to drop a bunch of singles. I don't want to drop an album yet, because I feel like I need for sure to know that I have a fan base, not even just a fan, because I don't want to call people fans, but supporters, whatever you want to call it. I like to make sure that I have that my people who I know are going to go stream and support that music and go, run it up and promote it to help me, get somewhere. I don't feel like I have that yet. So I'm going to hold off on an album, and when the time comes, I maybe probably don't release the album until I'm signed. I don't know. But what we can do is get singles and EPs. You're welcome. But yeah, and I can get a little snip. I'm gonna get a little snip. Just for the pose to why I listen to the snip.
So long, you did it for far too long. Now I finally had enough of the toxic shit, of you and your toxic games. Now you and your toxic friends can all play toxic games.
Anyway. So yeah. That's that. Next. I have a new job. Period. I have a new job. Yeah, New job. And period. I feel like my last job, not to be, too messy or whatever, but it was not it. It was not it. And it's no shade to the people, to my coworkers there. It just was not it. I feel like it was not ran properly. It was unprofessional. I feel like there's a lot of things that could have been better. Trying to figure like what I want to say and what I don't want to say and how I want to word things. Because for one, you never know who's watching you. And two, I don't want to make it like I'm being messy and like I'm being weird and fake. Because that's not the case. But it's like, I did not like it there. It was cool for a good little minute, but I feel like it just started getting weird and it just, the hours were trash. Like, it was more of, it just wasn't really helpful to me. Like, I can't get nothing accomplished here. Like, I don't feel like this is anything positive. If anything, it's in the way. So that I got up out of there. It was crazy that, for people who know, I was working at a school. I was working at a program. I'm not gonna say the name just because I don't got time. But I was working at a program inside of a public school doing like before and after care. And it was cool. Like, my original plan was to go in there, and from what I was told, in hiring and, in my interview is that, like, we have meetings with the principal and maybe some of the teachers, like every month or whatever, however often, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page to keep things running smoothly. So with that, my plan was to, okay, I'm gonna get in here, get myself acquainted, see how things are, get a feel out, and then I'm gonna try to have a conversation with the principal, try to get me, maybe like an assistant role or, because what I want to do is be a school guidance counselor. That's my thing. I wanted to be that. I didn't want to be a teacher. I never wanted to be a teacher. But that was just my plan. You just gotta get your foot in the door somehow. So you gotta do what you gotta do. And yeah. Oh, whew. I gag for a second. Anyway, that was my plan, and the plan didn't really work. Because partially it was like the way it was portrayed to me was not true, and two, I could have probably still tried to make that happen, but I just didn't. Once I seen how it was ran and what it was given, I said no. And that's no shade. How it just wasn't ran up to par for me. And I'm excited with this new job. I feel like it's gonna bring me stability. It's gonna help me accomplish the goals and get to where I need to be. Now, it's not, the best of places and the best of things, but it definitely is going to help. I'm not going to say what the new job is either, because I don't like closing my business too much, but yeah, next. Next. Actually, I'm not going to say that one. Yeah, no. So, next. Back to this music. One of the things that is in parallel to the EP is, okay, so as y'all know, as I just told y'all, the name of the two of the songs is Tyler's song. So that means the person who it's about is about Tyler. With this boy, never dated him, never had anything going on. It was never like a situationship. It was very much so, delusion. Como se dice, delusion. But at the same time, it wasn't just delusions, because in a sense you fed into it and you knew what you were doing. And I won't take that back. I full-heartedly believe that you knew what she was doing. You knew how I felt, and you didn't really, make it clear and like, place those boundaries and stand on business and, make it known like this ain't that, this is what it is, this is what it ain't, da-da-da. I feel like you knew. One, if not, you know, by my actions and what I was doing, then by me telling you. Because at some point I did just end up saying like, yeah. Which is a big thing because I've never really been a person, so I'm not really an emotional, like, type of person. I don't know, maybe with my friends and family, I feel like, I don't want to say I feel false emotionalist or nonchalant, but when it comes to my friends, I'm the type of person where it's like, my love language is, let's be mean. Let's joke each other. Like, all that hugging and being in my personal space, girl, move back up. Back up, or do you need that? That's my love language. So it was just like, even with families, I don't know, I feel like when it comes to family and friends, I don't know why that's my mindset, but it's like, you wouldn't be around if I didn't like you, or if I didn't love you, or have some type of, like, you know, care for you. So, all that I love you, and all, girl, move. When the time is right, I'll say it, and if I feel like it's needed in that moment, I'll say it, but majority of the time, I feel like I need to say it. Next, I feel like, which is crazy, and I don't know why, maybe this is one of the things I can't wait to talk to with therapists, is that when it comes to a man, I feel like because it's a different level, a different kind of relationship, you have to kind of express like, I love you, or, you know, it's one thing, I'll let a person know like, hey, I'm appreciative of you, like, I'm grateful. But I feel like with a man, like, with somebody who, this is your significant other, I feel like I'm gonna have to like let them know that. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I feel like I'm more likely to say I love you, or, you know, express and be more emotional with a man, somebody who I'm dating and dealing with, before I did with a friend or a family member. I don't know. Judge your mama hoe. Yeah. So I don't even know how I got on that topic, but going back to the original, with the EP, like I said, this is somebody who never really had anything going on, but I feel at the same time, you knew what you were doing. I'm just thinking about how everything played out. Oh my god. Shut up. I feel like this first part, like I said, because the EP is going to be broken up into two parts. The first part is definitely going to be the next drop, and then when I can't wait for y'all to hear this music. Like, I feel like this is good music. But I feel like the first part is good. Like, I am okay with dropping the first part. The second part is, like I said, more so like leaning into like, I need reciprocation. If I can't get that, then it's like whatever, it's next. It's kind of like more so being done and wanting to move on and like finally having enough. And I feel like I'm there, but I'm not like fully 100% done, if that makes sense. I am more than halfway there, baby. I'm so I'm not even gonna say aggravated. Take that back. I'm so annoyed, and like this whole thing has been so drawn out, and it didn't even have to be, but that's just what the heart wants, what it wants next. For lack of better words, I'm just kind of fed up, and I'm just ready to move on. It's been real, it's been fun at times. So, yeah, I'm just kind of ready for the next step. I feel like this is just something that's in the way. I don't want to be like any bad energy, any bad blood. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't need to be, don't really call for it. But at the end of the day, it's just kind of like, you play in my face, and at the end of the day, I gotta have some respect for me, gotta have some self-respect, because if I feel like you're playing in my face, and I know that you're playing in my face, let's go back, take that back. If I feel like that you're playing in my face, let's examine that. Why do I feel like you're playing in my face? Now we gotta look at your actions and what's going on. Maybe read between the lines, whatever the case may be. But if that's what I believe, then you shouldn't be somebody who I am attracted to, and who I'm allowed to keep, who I am allowing to stay around, and who I am putting so much energy into. And I just feel like a better words, it's just a waste of time of just like this cat chase mouse next. I'm tired of these games. I'm too old. I'm very much looking at term, but I'm too old. I want something real. I want something with some substance, and this is just not getting me what I want. So, next. So with the second part, I do kind of want to hold off a little bit until I am fully over it, and it's not like, because I don't want to feel like I dropped the second part. It's like let's just say on a whim, because like I said, delusion, but we also real. I should say that after I drop the second part, something magically happens and we get together, whatever the case may be, or I don't know, whoop-de whoop. I don't want it to be like a kind of going back on my word and I just jump on this music that I truly did feel. And it smells like I'm going back on my word and here we are again. No. So I kind of want to hold off on that part, but at the same time, I feel like I'm there. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for now. Next. And honestly, no, going back, I feel like not even about him anymore, just as far as about me, is I feel like I'm so excited and I'm so happy for that, because I feel like that's just a level of growth that has been long awaited for. I feel like I am aware of the issues that I have and I just need to work on that. I feel like my issues don't get in the way. It doesn't make me like a toxic person when it comes to being in a relationship. I feel like I am very capable of being a healthy partner in a relationship. But I feel like it makes me too open and give too many chances, and it wastes my time, and just sometimes it's a hurdle and it's annoying. Those are issues that we're gonna take to a therapist, not to the internet and not to random people. Next. What's next? Getting back into faith and just getting back into Christianity. I'm excited. Raise your hand if you love God. I'm so excited. That was one of my New Year's resolutions, was getting back into church and, praying more, being more appreciative and being more, showing more gratitude. I'm just so happy. Like, I don't know, inside and out, I just feel like just even talking about it just makes me want to smile. Like, I'm just so happy. Because, okay, so let me explain. I grew up in a Christian household with a Christian family that has been, the thing is, always been Christian, very, religious. Like, my whole family goes to church. We all go to the same church since before I was even born. Like, the church knows us by name. They know this is the Gainey family. But I feel like, like when you're kind of like discovering yourself and, becoming your own person, there's some things where it's kind of like you gotta step back and examine. And I think part of that was sexuality and religion. As you know, the Bible's up in girls. They're religious girls. They're not really a fan of homosexuality. I identify as that. So with that being said, it's kind of like, okay, maybe I gotta step back and realize and really analyze what's going on here, because ain't no hope in keep throwing in my face how you going to hell and all of that. Girl, I just haven't seen you there. And then like when it comes to like people having and hating on homosexuals, gays, queers, whatever you want to call it, the religious girls, that's always a reason. Oh, it's in the Bible, that's a sin. Okay, well, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it a sin for you to be judging me and all of my business? Mind your business. Who are you? You can't judge me. Next. And there's so many other sins. What makes this one the greatest one? And it's just like, okay, so God said this is a sin, but He all made us. However He wanted to make us. I ain't the most knowledge, but you gotta get what I'm trying to say. If He made us in His own image and how He wanted us to be, why would He do that? Like, why gonna make it seem like, oh, I'm just this outcast and He hates gays, He's not a fan of. He made me this way, boo. I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause got me no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. girl, like that. They don't. Anyway, I had to take some time, and also for the girls who do know, for who don't know, yes, I may dabble in some witchcraft and spirituality, pull out my tarot cards and all of that. I don't care. Mind your business. You feel how you want to feel, and I'm gonna feel how I want to feel. But I'm gonna always know your information. I'm gonna always know your tea, because I'm gonna pull out these tarot cards and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Gag. You're gagged now. Yes, I do dabble in a little witchcraft. I may say a spell or two here and there. I'm gonna pull up my tarot cards and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm gonna know what I need to know. I'm gonna be protected in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And I feel like that's another thing that's kind of like, you know, not really too favored in the house of the Lord. And it's just kind of like, well, why? Like, you know, so it's kind of like I had to take some time and really think and examine things and, you know, see where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. And I've decided that I'm going to do both. Feel how you want to feel. Say what you want to say. Girl, you're a hater at the end of the day. Dr. Sue, so, yeah. There's no reason why I still can't believe in God and still do me and live in my truth.
Clock that thing.
A lot of y'all don't live in your truth. And that's the real issue with the gays and the queers and the homeless and all of that. Y'all be mad that we can live in our truth and we can do what we want to do.
Clock
and
that
say what we want to say and feel how we want to feel. And do it unapologetically and out loud. And y'all are still holding everything in. That's your fault, boo. Take it up with somebody else. There's no reason why I can't do what I want to do and say what I want to say and do things that make me happy. If I'm not hurting anybody or putting anybody in harm's way or being, like, if my intention isn't something negative or harmful, what's the real issue here? Yeah. Just because you are at church every day, I mean, not every day, every Sunday, and you just are still in the most, and you, bro, we still are the same. Next. Anyway, I'm just so happy to be getting back into my faith, and, you know, I just feel like life has been looking up. I really feel like it's helped me have a positive outlook on life, and not even this that I didn't at first, because I've always been like an optimistic person, very real. Oh, I don't want y'all to forget that. Very real, and if it's looking sticky and it's not the vibe, so I'm gonna let it be known that it's not the vibe, so I'm just not feeling it. And I feel like everybody's out to get me. But at the same time, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. Like, we gotta be real sometimes, and we gotta call it how we see it, but at the same time, you know, we don't always have to look at the glass half empty. We can look at it half full. That's, I feel like, the best way to explain it. Next. So, gag, I'm a reader. Yeah, I'm getting into reading. I have a Pinterest of books that I want to start reading. This is the book that I'm reading right now. I don't know if I showed this last time, but this is where I am right now. This is how much I've read. This is how much I have left. Let me see what page I'm on. I'm on page 147, and it's and it's 204 pages. So, you know, we're there. This is another one of the books that I cannot wait to start. It's called The Artist's Way. For the girls who don't know, this is gonna take everything up a notch if you're creative. If you don't know who Miss Doechii is, then get into Miss Doechii. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan or like I'm a stan, but seeing her at the Grammys, it really kind of made me like, okay, Lil, like, you ate that. Like, I'm gonna give you your flowers, you ate that. I do have a few of her songs, and I feel like, you know, she's talented. The girl is good. She can rap. And it did give, like, this is theater. Like, she put on a show. She wasn't just like no rapping girl, like in a leotard, in a bedazzled leotard with some boots on and up here. No, the girl put on a show. She gave us moves. She gave us vocals. She gave us a show. She let her theater kid out, and I like that. Miss Doechii did on her YouTube channel before she like blew up not really a series, for lack of better words, a series of her reading this book. This book is kind of like a course in a sense, 12-week course. Every week, every day you're supposed to do like morning pages, which is basically just journaling, 3 pages every day in the morning. And every week it's like an artist date, which is like you go by yourself, no significant other, no family, no friends, no, just you. And you are supposed to go out with something that's going to feed your inner child and, you know, make you happy and bring you peace or whatever the case may be. And there's other challenges and not challenges, but other exercises you're supposed to do. But those are the ones that, you know, everybody knows and the ones I've gotten to so far. And, you know, of course, like the regular reading every week and every day or whatever. But I feel like this book, I really am excited to get into, because I feel like this is helped me take it up a notch. Because I don't want to be no flop. No, all 10s. Bops around here. They're tons. I want to be around for a long time. And I need to do everything possible to make sure that I am ready for it, and I'm bringing it and giving it all I got. So I am excited to see how this book is going to help me and shape me and all of that. I have not started reading it yet, just because I want to make sure that I have everything in order and, you know, really to get my life on track before I dive so much into a book that is, you gotta, you know, kind of like be ready for that. And not to mention I'm still reading this book, and I don't want to do too much reading because that's how I stopped reading my last book. I was reading another book before I started reading this, and she's been sitting in my bag in the closet for who knows how long, months. It's probably not a year now. Almost a year now. Yeah, almost a year now. Which, let me do my business and see how long it is to take me to read that, because I'm getting back into it. I started reading and I be having my off times, but I'm getting back into it, committed now. I'm committed now. Back up. But I'm excited. I'm gonna show you how to look the books on my Pinterest, too. And I feel like I've never like not been a reader or didn't like to read, or what the case may be. It's just I never found books that really caught my attention and made me feel like, no, you can't ignore. We're seated. Were you silent or were you silenced? I want a book to silence me. Yeah. Why was she XL? And I feel like the books that I'm getting into and that I am really, you know, feeling right now are like self-help books, like self-care books, like, you know, taking everything up a notch. And then I feel like that's when I'll kind of like segue into like the, you know, the mystery books, the rom-coms, so, whatever. Like, but some of the books I have on my list is, for one, I just edited my list earlier, but I'll be seeing it in the store, and it's The Let Them Theory. I don't know too much about it, but I just know it just looks like it's good. Let's see. This one, y'all see, I'm gonna put a picture on the screen, y'all, if you got time. But it's called How to Love Someone Without Losing Your Mind. There's another one, Literally Show Me a Healthy Person. Another one is, let me see. Turn this volume down on that time. Why are you? Don't piss me off. Oh wait, no. I took a picture of him. I went to Barnes & Noble's the other day. One is 8 Rules of Love that looked good, so I took a picture of that. Another one was If He Had Been With Me. Well, that's not really a self-help book, but just one of the books I've seen that I wanted to do. The Social Paradox, Do the Shadow Work, and I'll post some of the pictures of these books that I took or that I saved on the screen, but I feel like that's gonna be my main thing, is getting into self-help books, so I feel like I can level myself up in a way. Another reason why I want to start reading is because I want to be smart. I need to broaden my vocabulary, not just because of how I carry myself, and I feel like I have a way with words, but I feel like I'm limited to my vocabulary. And I feel like that's the same thing when it comes to my music. I feel like with my music, it's good for what it is, but I also want to be able to tell a story and really encapsulate. See, right there. I feel like if I use that right, I ate that. I tore. But I want to encapsulate the audience, and I really want them to be immersed in what I'm trying to portray. Like, you gotta feel it. You gotta be able to see it. You gotta be able to sense what I'm like saying. I want it to not be poetry, but really be just to give you those metaphors that and I feel like I'm just not there yet. Like, my music is good for what it is, but I got that. They move, sit down. I got this. So yeah, I have also started journaling. This is my journal. She's cute. I'm not going. So this is where we're at so far. Hold on. This is where we're at so far. I think let me see how many. Okay, so we are currently 7 days strong, some 2 weeks and some change in, and I'm excited because I feel like journaling can be a healthy outlet. I started doing it because of the book and the morning pages, and I feel like while I'm not starting the book yet, the least I could do is still journal in the meantime. One, because it's a healthy thing, why not? Right into it, I have a mic. But it's a healthy thing, so why not? And two, just to get me ready for it, for actually reading the book, because doing 3 pages a day is kind of crazy, especially from going to not writing at all. So yeah, when I write right now, I don't do 3 pages. I just kind of do whatever flows, and if it feels like this is enough, or where I want to set myself, this is what I do. I at least try to do a full page though. So yeah, I'm excited and happy to get this book though. And also, yeah, y'all comment some good books too. Let me know what's good. I need to get into the books. I need to know what's good, what it ain't. Oh, another thing is when I was trying to get into reading, I would go on Wattpad, and I just feel like nothing really hooked me. And I feel like maybe I just wasn't consistent enough, or maybe it just didn't capture me quick enough. But nothing really got me. But now that we're getting back into reading, we're gonna try to push ourselves a little bit more to keep going and just get through. Maybe we might hit that climax. We don't know. But yeah, y'all comment some good books, even if it is Wattpad. Make sure it's good, girl. Because I kind of want a physical book, but I'll take it. Let's move on to my next topic. How hard it is. Oh my god, I'm almost an hour. How hard it is to stay consistent with these videos, whether this is YouTube or TikTok. Let's talk about TikTok. So, which one of you hoes hacked my page?
Huh?
And why? Y'all, like, hoes gonna beat me that bad? Like, we're hacking my page? Like, y'all, why did my page get hacked? Day before my birthday. Like, hoes want to be me. Hoes trying to get under my skin. Hoes are trying to ruin my mood. It was just like, oh, bye. Oh, bye. I said bye. Bye. Gotta make sure she ain't getting on way, because sometimes she be thinking I'm talking to her. But my elbow looked a little ashy though. I just have to make sure. Let's put on some lotion anyway though. But what's talking about? TikTok. Yeah, my TikTok got hacked. Very weird, very random, very like ghetto. Pissed me off. So I am no longer on that page anymore. Try to go through all the steps. I don't feel like fully explaining it and getting into detail. But I tried to like get the page back and go through like the whole steps. Pissed me off. It just was a whole lot and nothing really. It was just next. But so we're on my backup page. I'm glad I had a backup page. I'm glad I had more than one page. And I'm kind of mad. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not gonna, let it get to me too much. Because I'm just gonna look at it as an opportunity. Well, Keke Palmer once said something. I can't remember what it was, but she was like, what did she say? It was something like along the lines of like shifting the focus or something like framing or something like that. Like when something's going on, frame it. Just switch the frame, like to be something positive, or like to fit it however you want to fit it.
To always learn, pivot, and figure things out the way that life makes you. Even when you try to do everything right, it's still going to find a way to go what you would consider wrong. And that's when the reframe comes in. I am the queen of a reframe, okay? It's not that I didn't get the role, it's that your movie no longer is going to be as good as it could have been. Because I'm not in it.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't break up with me, you released me.
Yes.
From being in your wrath.
Come on.
Narcissism. And you can call it delusional, but I call it a reframe. And I feel like shifting the perspective always that to me is the trick. It's never, you're not gonna always be able to change the outcome, but you can always change how you looked at it.
How you look at it.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
there's something, perfect timing, like I'm not supposed to be there right now. Like I'm being protected from an accident, something like just switch the narrative. Don't let it, be something negative and like ruin your mood, ruin your day, ruin your whatever. So yeah, what was I talking about? So I'm just looking at it as an opportunity to kind of like start over and really be consistent and push myself. I am mad, like I said, because I've had that page since Musical.ly. Some of the girls may not know what Musical.ly is. TikTok was once called Musical.ly. Yeah, I've had my page since Musical.ly days. And that was back in like 2014. So it's like, for sentimental reasons, was like, what am I saying? It was kind of annoying, but at the end of the day, it was like, can't be mad. It is what it is. So much, like, granted, I could have worked way harder and I could have pushed so much more. It was like, so much hard work and effort was put into that page. My bad, y'all. So it's like, when so much energy, time, and effort has been put into something, coupled with sentimental value, it's like, don't piss me off right now. But like I said, you just kind of gotta switch it and just view it as something positive. with me wanting to, you know, get into content creation consistently and seriously, I'm just gonna look at this as an opportunity for me to start over, rebrand, and really, this is my opportunity to stay consistent and, you know, build something. So, with that being said, for all the girls who do want to support and who is real, who are baddies, and, you know, if you're talented, if you're not a hater, if you're not ugly, take your body tea, you get money, super thick, super pretty, all of that, then you should go and follow my new page. I'm gonna put a screenshot on the screen. What is it? I think it's xx.ty. I'm gonna put it on the screen because at the moment I really can't remember. But yeah, y'all go follow, y'all go support. I'm gonna start posting videos up here. At the moment there's nothing, but my bios be like, this is my backup page, so you'll know it's me. And yeah, I don't know, that was just very annoying because it was, next. But yeah, it's very hard to stay consistent and keep going. And not even for the reason that y'all think, because I feel like hearing that, it'd be like, oh, you're not getting views, or like you're not getting paid for it, or like, it's kind of seemed like something like that. For me, it's hard staying consistent and, continue to push myself. It's because, one, I'm a chill person. I don't really do much. It's work, home, record, play the game, go about my day. That's really it. Just repeat every day. I don't really do much. So it's like, doing my vlogs right now, it's kind of like on a hold, because I just have bigger stuff to worry about and trying to get my life more on track for real. Like, things are getting better and things are getting to where I need to be, but the vlogs are coming, but as of right now, we just gotta hold on. When the time is right, y'all can get those vlogs. Best believe. But mainly for me, it's hard to stay consistent because, y'all, so there is one video that I have, well, two. I have two videos. I did a week vlog. Did I do? I think so. Yeah. I did a week vlog, and I started editing, and I never finished. I never went back to finish editing. That's what's been supposed to be posted last month. That's the problem. That's my issue. Is I can record the videos. It's just like when it comes to editing, that be in the way. It's so much effort. There's so much time and energy that it has to go into it, and it's so. I'm not gonna say it's straining. It's just, it takes up too much time, and it's like, I just want to watch a YouTube video. I just want to lay in my bed. I just want to play the game. I just want to record music. I just want to do something else. I don't have to be sitting here doing this. This is too much. It just feels like too much of a task. Now, everything, comes at a price. If you want it, you're going to have to work for it. Nothing in this world is free. I understand that. So I am going to try, and I'm going to continue to try to push myself to get y'all this content and to get myself up out of here. And honeys. But yeah, that's really the only thing that's holding me back. Music, like I said, we made some progress. So yeah, we'll be getting more music. It's going to be coming more consistently. We got the first drop. Like I said, go stream Break Up on all platforms: YouTube, SoundCloud, Tidal, Spotify, Apple, Deezer, wherever you get your music from. No, it's there. And that's TY space GAINEY, Ty Gaming, all platforms. Yeah, definitely. Why didn't you tell me I don't got my mic? I don't want to talk about my mic. But yes, go from the music. Let's see what else. If that's all, that's it. But yeah, like the sit down videos, I kind of like these. This is a little bit more organized. This is a little cute. Maybe I might start I probably am. But at the same time, I kind of like when it's kind of like all over the place and I just talk about any and everything that comes to mind, and I will start one story and then branch off and tell 3,000 other stories within that one story. It's okay. I like it. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Help me get seen. Help me give y'all more content to see. If you made it to the end of the video, comment a throw up emoji. Gag. Comment a throw up emoji. If you got iPhone, it's the one with the yellow face and the green throat coming out the mouth. Just so the girls know that you're gagging. Everybody's gagging. I'm gagging, you're gagging, they're gagging, the haters are gagging, the supporters are gagging, everybody's gagging. Rain's gagging, she just ran away. We're all gagging. So if you made it to this part of the video, if you made it to the end of the video, leave a gag emoji. With that being said, I am out. Deuces, pieces.